Contrary to popular belief, we're pretty normal people. I mean, that girlfriend who you had who's on a new drug every month, that kid who used to disappear from class for weeks at a time until nobody asked where he went anymore, the pukers, the compulsive liars, the yellers, the human excrement who couldn't calm down, made everything about them, and the boy who showed up to prom with a black eye after the dog was raided his locker the day before or whatever. Like, all of us, we're normal people. And I get it, like, you defended us, you avoided us, you dumped us, took us back, dumped us again, you fucked us but wouldn't keep us, cut us out because we were toxic, invited us to bonfires and regretted it when we actually showed up. You knew us through a friend, and through ruined evenings and distracting sirens, and it was exhausting. I get it. Like, really, I do. I get it. I mean, we blow into town and out before you had a chance to finish. We fall asleep on your floor, new city every 6 months, dirty all the time. Send us letters, but we don't actually live there anymore, so we never get them. We make promises and disappear with your shoes and $1 in our wallet. Friends in every town, but nobody to call. When I was living in Brooklyn, we took walks down the street, and I saw a table, and we carried it home. And the girl that I lived with at the time, she laughed, and she said something like, "You're such trash people. Trash people. Garbage people, waste paper basket people, passing out at 4 p.m., sleeping in the park people." And I took it as a compliment, adopted it, tattooed it on my tongue, and decided that, I don't know, that was what I was gonna be. And at first, you leave for a reason. Some guy hits you, you get messed up in some shit, you need to get out to feel safe, you feel wrong, you get that itch, and it's an urge that rises inside of you. Leave, 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 get out, it'll be fresh somewhere else. And the first time that you do it, you miss everybody pretty bad. But you figure you'll recreate whatever you gave up in the next place. But then the next place comes, and it happens again, and all of a sudden you don't know anybody anymore. And I don't know, it isn't that bad, and it's nobody's fault. People try to give you what they need, people try to give you what they think you need, and they try to fit you in so you feel like you belong, but they're really just quenching a thirst that they think that you have. Like, they think that you're so starving for a home because you don't have one, but actually it's not like that. There's a comfort in knowing that you can get up and leave at any time. No fear of losing anything. And people think it's some kind of tragedy to be nomadic like that, if you could even call it that, like it was intentional or something, but it's not that bad. Courtney Love said something that I relate to a lot, like how everybody thought that she and Kurt just kind of did drugs all the time and then lied on the carpet until it imprinted into their face and embedded in their skin, but like, they ate breakfast, they talked, they made dinner. The mundanity of it all is very normal, I guess. I mean, every day is normal. You wake up, you go to work, maybe you go to class if you're doing that. You make some lasagna, I don't know, feed the cats, clean the litter box. But everybody you know, after a while, seems like they're trying to give you something. They recommend you schools and programs and offer you a place to stay, even if you don't need one. There's pamphlets for treatment centers on your dresser when you get home. They're sending you Craigslist ads, and it all seems really silly, but you have to thank them or they get offended. The exhaustion that they feel is very real and is only compounded by the repetition of our homes and the illegitimacy of our actions and our inactions and how we never seem to fucking listen. So you gotta let them promise you resources and open ears and open homes and lives. Because if you don't, then they feel like they're shouting at a wall and they start to resent you because, like, how dare we? After all that they've done for us, nothing works and they get mad, and I don't know. I think they think we're ignoring it when we start collecting more shit, or we pick up and move again when we don't recover, we don't stop. And to compensate, we never stop moving, like go, 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 Rolling Stone gathers no bullshit style. And I don't know, between that, there's normal shit. Get your car inspected. Go buy toilet paper. You get to be living in this uncanny valley sort of reality where you visit your mother if you have one, and sometimes you call her on the weekends. And then she goes, "So is this the place now?" She wants to know, "Is this it? You're staying here this time? This is it? This is the place?" And you're like, "I don't know, man. Like, maybe. We think so. Or I guess. I could see it happening." But then in 6 months, you get that itch again, and you pick up and you move, and you don't tell anybody. They should expect it. I mean, easy come, easy go. And it is easy to come and it is easier to go. It gets easier as time goes on every time you leave. And sometimes at night you get this feeling like I don't know, like you want to go home. That's the only part that sucks, because you don't know what that means. Scranton, Buffalo, Brooklyn, Allentown, South Dakota, Pittston, Colorado, your boyfriend's dad's house, your sister's apartment. You don't really go home when you've got 14. And when you've got 14, I mean, like, you've got none, really. You just kind of float around like the plastic bag in American Beauty, like collecting a memory bank of faces and tattoos. And sometimes you wonder, like, how somebody's doing, but then you realize you can't exactly call them up and ask because you don't know them anymore. Something reminds you of, like, Roach or Genty or Dalton or Laura or Tyler, somebody, but somehow, like, you don't know any of them anymore well enough to ask them how they are. And it has been brought up to me that, I don't know, we're protecting ourselves from loss before it has the chance to happen. I don't think it's that serious, though, I guess. Yeah.